Hello all, I'm Shilpa Pimpalkar, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Engineering at AISMS Institute of Information Technology Pune. I welcome you all for the session of Implementation of Semantic Analysis phase of the compiler. We are going to use Flex and Bison tools for implementation of semantic analysis phase. I'm going to demonstrate you here how to do semantic analysis for type checking of a declaration variable and for function call. Semantic analysis is a phase which comes after lexical analysis. Semantics of a language provides meanings to its constructs like tokens and syntax structures. Semantics help interpret symbols, their types, and their relations with each other. With lexical analysis, you scan entire code, identify tokens. With syntax analysis phase, we are building a syntax tree out of that tokens. Next is trying to check semantics of particular language, like type checking whether it is having appropriate meaning or not. That is a purpose of semantic analysis phase. Some type of semantic errors which can be reported by compiler includes type mismatch, undeclared variable, reserved identifier misuse, multiple declaration of variable in a scope, accessing an out of scope variable, actual and formal parameter mismatch. I'm going to demonstrate you in this session type mismatch, semantic error, and actual and formal parameter mismatch demonstration. So for implementing this semantic analysis with the help of some tool, again we are going to use tool which are Flex and Bison. For doing semantic analysis, you need to have tokens and you need to check syntax. After that, we are applying semantic analysis. So for scanning source code, we have we need lexical analyzer and we are going to build it using Flex tool. As we had discussed in earlier session as well, that for building lexical analyzer you need lex specification. It is given in this format. Right, so same as we had discussed in previous videos, we are going to follow same steps. Here we'll see how to write this .l file. Output generated of this phase will be like this: semantic analysis. Here we are getting, this is sample I am demonstrating. This is the output expected. Whatever we are going to see now further demonstration of implementation of semantic analysis, output generated will be like this. Here int a equal to 5 is a correctly assigned for data type int. If I assign here 5.5, it will give me incorrectly assigned. Here I'm checking for formal and actual parameters, like here function add which takes integer. While calling that, if I'm not passing integer, it will give message incorrectly assigned data type. So for type checking, we are using this example. Now let's see how to implement this. Since we are designing the semantic analysis for type checking and input expected might be in this form, we have input expected in this form int equal to 5. So let's see slash a dot out. If I give here int a equal to 5, it is giving me correctly assigned for data type. Now what if I give other data type dot slash a dot out int a equal to, it is giving me incorrectly. So my program is capable of doing semantic analysis, that it, if I declare a of integer type, it is not allowing me to assign any other type. So our code is successfully working. So what I have done for doing this semantic analysis, let's see how I have declared lex specification and yak. Since we are doing this for data type, variable name, so this is regular expression for variable name, this is regular expression for data type, this is a regular expression for the function body, opening closing bracket, this is function body, this is for function call, this is for function call, this is function call. So if somewhere here function name add, opening bracket and closing bracket, this is for function call. This is for name of variable or name of function. These are names or these are values which I am going to assign, like int equal to 5 I am assigning. So it can be float type or integer type. It is recognizing it, comma, semicolon. So whatever tokens which may occur in source program, I need to specify regular expression for that. Regular expression and action I am specifying here. Now next, only lexical analyzer is not sufficient. We need parser as well. So for building parser, I need to give Yak specification. So we are using here grammar and we are specifying here statements for declaration and for matching type. And here we are specifying as an action. If type is not matched for function, function called type is not matched, then it is going to give error. If it is not matched, it will give error. Otherwise, it will give message that correctly assigned. Similarly, it will do for data type as well. Correctly assigned for data type. You can check this. The $$, $1, $2. These are built-in variables of Yak which represents values of the grammar symbol. Right. So for checking type, we are using this $3 and $8. So $3 is for this type. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can count like this. If you are not able to understand how I've used, you can count $1, $2, $3 like this. And the symbol which is present on left hand side, it represents $. Since here we are doing it for type checking, it is important to compare the data type, right? So we have given this leg specification. Now let's see here how I've used this, how I have implemented. We are using runtime environment here. I'm giving here sudo apt install flex. Right. Now next sudo apt install bison, because we need both lexical analyzer as well as parser. It is ready. Files are not there. Now next what I'm going to do, I'm going to create file vi type.l. Whatever we have discussed here, now let's try to put in this. I need this %%. Now we'll see leg specification for giving this semantic analysis for type checking. Type.l file is created where we have given lexical specification for recognizing tokens from declaration statement like int a, function declaration, and call for the function. So function name can be there. This is for function body. This is for a return parameter of the function. This is for again a function body, and this is function name, and this is for type, maybe in declaration type or in function return parameter type. This is leg specification. Now let's see Yak specification grammar for this statement. We've specified grammar here and associated action. Okay. Now let's execute command flex. Name of file is type.l. Give bison dash d. Here you are giving type.py file. Now let me show you before executing this. You have type.l, type.y, and lex.yy.c. This file is created as effect of execution of flex command. Now let's see bison dash d type.y. Now execute ls. We'll see here type.tab.c and type.tab.h is included. Here that file type.tab.h is required in the code. Right. Now let's compile lex.yy.c y.type.tab.c. Now give ./a.out int a equal to 5. So if I give this, it is giving me correctly assigned for data type. If I give here ./a.out int a is equal to 5.5, it is giving me incorrectly assigned for data type, right? So this is for data type. This is doing semantic analysis for type checking. Whatever value is assigned is correct or not, that we are demonstrating. Now let's execute it for other option. For parameter checking of the function, semantic analysis of parameters of the function. Suppose I am calling this declared function. I have declared this function add with integer data type. It is giving me this correctly assigned data type, right? So it is checking type of these particular variables. If I am giving here 5.5 or 7.5, it will give me incorrectly assigned data type. You can see here, if I give here 5.5, it is giving me incorrectly assigned data type. So in this session, I have demonstrated you semantic analysis for declaration statement and for function call. Thank you all.